Sound man kill another one. Me the girl I wine slow.
Wagwan everybody, it's your girl Lala. It's your girl Lala. And I am back on your phone, your TV, your tablet, your desktop, your laptop, whatever it is that y'all are watching me on. And I'm bringing y'all a video that I have been seeing floating around YouTube for the last few weeks. And it's called the If I Could Only Keep 10 Palettes. If y'all are new to the channel, go ahead and comment, like, share, subscribe, put the notification bell on so you can be alerted every time your girl uploads a new video. And I will see y'all in the video. This was a super hard decision because I literally just got finished eliminating a ton of palettes out of my collection, and now to have to minimize the ones that I kept as my favorites down to 10 is super hard. I know people are probably like, it's not that serious, it's just eyeshadow, blah 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 blah. But guess what? I love makeup. I love doing it. It doesn't consume me now, but it is something that I really enjoy. And I just have the ones that I just would never want to stop using. But for the sake of the video, I am going to try to eliminate most of them and go all the way down to 10 palettes only. The very first palette that I would like to say I would probably want to keep is going to be this Beauty Glazed Gorgeous Me palette. They are not an expensive brand whatsoever. Now that I'm looking at my collection, I'm realizing that I don't have any like high-end makeup in my top 10, which is crazy because I have Juvia's Place, I have Juvia's Place, I have Morphe, I got Anastasia. Like, I got all these good palettes, and none of the ones that I would keep are high end. The reason that I picked this one is because there are a ton of colors in this palette, so you can definitely take a trip on the wild side with this part right here. And not only that, on the sides there are a ton of browns and khaki colors, and I just feel like this kind of gives you the most bang for your buck, just because you can go ahead and do a colorful look, you can go ahead and do a natural look. Like, there's just so many possibilities when it comes to this palette that this is not one that I would ever want to get rid of. The next palette that I would keep is also by Beauty Glaze, the Color Fusion palette. It looks super tropical and it's just amazing. The color scheme is on point, like super on point. I love how everything is, you know, coordinated, all the pinks, the oranges, the yellows, the greens, the blues, the purples. I love how this palette looks. This is a super beautiful palette. I don't know if you guys see my review on this palette, but I will definitely link it down in the description box. But yeah, this is definitely the second palette that I would keep because I feel like you need a palette that has all colors. Like, everybody needs that one palette that just has a ton of vibrant, crazy colors in it, and this is the one for me. This next palette is by Bad Habit. It's the Cult Mayhem palette, and the reason I picked this one is because this palette is full of shimmers. I haven't used it yet, but it's full of shimmers, and it's full of a bunch of shimmers that I don't have in the other two palettes that I picked up. Okay, so we're gonna open it, and the plastic and everything is still in it. Those shimmers are bomb. I've been saving this palette just because I'm scared, like kind of low-key scared to use it, because I don't know, it's just a little bit intimidating to me. But once I figure out what kind of look I want to do with it, I will definitely be posting that on my channel. The next palette that I would keep is the Bad Habit Solstice palette. It looks like this. The inside is super summery. I love wearing oranges and yellows and reds and golds. Like, this palette is my life the whole summer. Like, I love these colors. I love the color scheme. Like, this is, if I really had to only wear one palette in the summertime, it would be this one. The next palette that I would pick would have to be the Bad Habit Aura palette. And that's just because, again, I have not used this one yet. But because I know Bad Habit is an amazing brand and their palettes are always bomb, I'm kind of sure that I'm going to love this one. So I really want to just try this. A couple of these palettes are brand new actually, and I'm really just saying that I want to keep them just because I haven't used them yet and I want to get some kind of wear out of them, and because I try to pick palettes that don't have a lot of the same colors in them so that I can kind of get together a variety of every color. That way, if I did have to keep only these 10 palettes in real life, I would have every color that I need. Another palette that I have not used yet. What? I need to start using these palettes, y'all. Retro Love by Bad Habit. Again, if you cannot tell, I love Bad Habit. I love this palette. And again, this palette just has a bunch of colors that I don't have in any of my other palettes. So that's why this would be my 6th palette to keep. The next 2 palettes are the Cult Mythos, or Mythos, whatever it is, and the Cult Mystere. And these are by Bad Habit as well. I am in love with these palettes. I am in love with these. These 2 I did actually use, unlike the Cult Mayhem palette that I didn't use. But these are bomb. And the reason why I picked these 3 Bad Habit palettes are because the pigmentation, bruh, especially the Cult series, mind blowing. I think I did a review on 2 of them. I'm gonna link those down in the description box as well. This is the Cult Mythos palette, and I love that green. I love that green. And I noticed that these palettes came with a lot of duochromes, and I like that about them as well. The next palette that I would keep is by BH Cosmetics, and it is the BH Studio Pro Ultimate Artistry Shadow Palette. And I have been using this one lately on my channel quite a bit. All these palettes, if I've done a look with them, I'm gonna go ahead and link them down in the description box so that you guys can see exactly what kind of looks I was able to get with them. If I haven't, then I just haven't. And you'll have to subscribe so that you can see when I do. This is what this palette looks like, and I just love it. It has all of the more matte shades that I don't have in the other palettes, so that is why I would keep this one. As well as there's a lot of browns and khakis mixed with, you know, some brighter colors. So I could also get a neutral nude kind of look out of this one as well. The next palette is one that I got a little bit more recently, and it's the Soft Glam palette by Smoke and Mirrors. This palette was $5 at Five Below, but I love it solely because look at those duochromes. Look at those duochromes and look at those pressed glitters. Y'all, this one will be linked in the description as well. The pressed glitters, oh my god, they go on like butter, and the duochromes are beautiful. So there was no way that I was going to pass up this palette. Alright, so y'all see what palettes I would choose. Like I said, the reason why I picked those palettes is because those are the palettes that have all of the colors that I have ever seen, I've ever used, I've ever needed. And if you're gonna pick 10 palettes to be stuck with forever, you wanna go ahead and get the ones that give you the most range and the most color and, you know, the most texture and things like that. So that's my reason for picking those 10 palettes. You made it this far, you obviously enjoyed yourself. So go ahead, like I said, make sure to hit your notification bell, and don't forget to mind the business that pays you, okay? Don't mind nobody else's business, just yours. And I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.
Sound man kill another one. Me the girl I want slow.